presence near a hot dog stand on Thomasville Road.
Information is limited, but Winston-Salem Fire Department did confirm that a firefighter was shot.
We are working to find out when and where that firefighter was shot and if it is related to the scene on Thomasville Road. Our crews are on their way now, and we expect to have an update from them soon.
My dad went to Duke, and both of my sisters also went to Duke.
I'm going for UNC.
I'm a Duke fan by proxy.
Basketball country. North Carolina's basketball country.
He is absolutely right. North Carolina has always been basketball country.
Right now, we are covering all of the March Madness from coast to coast. We've got crews in Philly, crews in California. NC Hoops is in full swing.
It's a big night here on WFMY News 2. We've got UNC versus UCLA at 9:39 p.m. And last night, Duke put on a show against Texas Tech, securing their spot in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, we'll recap some of that in just a moment, but first let's send it out to our Kevin Kennedy, who's live in Philly covering tonight's UNC game. Kevin?
Yeah, guys, I said the excitement is really starting to build out here in Philadelphia, and what a difference a day makes. Yesterday it was kind of dark and dreary and overcast. Today the sun is out, and well, I don't want to jinx it, but you can see a little bit of Carolina blue in the sky. We saw some of the players earlier today. They seemed relaxed, but more importantly, the fans who had to sweat out a victory last weekend, they seem excited in anticipation of tonight's game. Earlier today, we were actually at the Philadelphia Art Museum, that home of the Rocky Balboa statue where Sylvester Stallone famously kind of run up those steps. I don't want to compare this North Carolina team to an underdog. We'll leave that to St. Peter's, but they are an 8 seed. They already knocked off a 1. And now they're taking on a 4. That being said, the fans that we spoke to, a father and a daughter, were excited and confident about tonight's game.
I'm impressed with this team. They've come a long way. I mean, there's been some real ups and downs this season, but they've pulled it together. I mean, that win at Duke for Coach K's, I mean, that just made my season. I was like, if we come out playing like that, we could beat anybody in the nation.
The team's pretty great. Brady Manick does need to shave his beard, but other than that, it's a great team.
What do you like about this team? Tell me a little bit about this team and what you like about them.
They play great. You know, they're a very good family aspect. All the players communicate well, and you know, you can tell that they really bond and do the sport well.
If they win tonight and Brady Manick has a big game, I'm going to guess everybody's going to start to get a Brady Manick type beard. That game tips off roughly in about 5, maybe 5.5 hours. Right now we're outside the stadium, though. Right in front of me, though, is a pep rally that's about to kick off in about maybe 30 or 40 minutes. We're going to take you inside that pep rally at 5 and 6. We're also going to hear from some more fans coming up. For now, though, we're live in Philadelphia. I'm Kevin Kennedy, WFMY News 2.
All right, Kevin, don't have too much fun out there, but now let's head over to the West Coast where our Amanda Ferguson is enjoying all that Cali sun. Hey, Amanda.
Hey guys, no games at the Chase Center today, so we are out exploring everything San Francisco has to offer. Right now, we're on Lombard Street. Take a look at this. This is said to be one of the most crooked streets in the world, or the most crooked street in the world. We've seen tourists like us driving down it. You can see there are 8 sharp turns, and these drivers have to go by slow to get through there. But let's talk about why we're here. We're still dancing. Duke is headed to the Elite Eight. Duke taking on Texas Tech last night inside the Chase Center. It was a hard-fought physical game, but the Blue Devils struggling early on. That didn't last too long. They got it together quickly. Duke, the better team down the stretch, winning it 78-73. Coach K's career continues with another game. Big thanks to freshman Paolo Banchero leading the team with 22 points in this one. Last night's win was a milestone for Coach K. He becomes the first coach in history to reach 100 NCAA tournament victories. K's all-time record in postseason play is 100 wins and 30 losses. Win number 101 Saturday would send the Blue Devils to the Final Four in New Orleans. Duke is set to play Arkansas on Saturday at 8:50 p.m. We'll be there to cover it, but for now we're going to be enjoying everything that San Francisco has to offer, like this view. You can see a lot of downtown. You can see the water. It's just such a pretty nice day to spend here in San Francisco. We'll send it back to you guys.
It is beautiful out there. I have been. That's great. All right, trending across social media right now, 3 words for you. Duke floor slap. If you're not familiar with this, it's when Duke, and this really became popular more in the 90s. I remember Wojciechowski used to do it all the time. But when they wanted to play really hard defense, they'd squat down and slap the floor. And apparently last night, Coach K said, we're all doing this. So Coach K, the entire bench, all the coaches, and the team on the floor all slapped the floor with about a minute, little more than a minute to go to get them pumped up. They asked Coach K about this in the postgame.
At the last minute, you reached down and slapped the floor. You wanted the players to have that. Can you talk about why you chose to do that moment?
I was 3 years old again, and I was no. And then the slap on the floor. Yeah, why not? Yeah, and our guys really wanted that, because it's kind of like across the bridge to the brotherhood, like they can now say they did that. Hopefully they can say that again, at least on Saturday.
Yeah, it used to be more of a tradition. I haven't seen a Duke team do it in a while. Definitely not together as a team. But that meant we're getting pumped up. We got to play D the right way, and they would do it all the time, especially back in the 90s when they were winning, back-to-back championships.
So you literally been down the floor and you just hit it?
They get all the way down, slap it like that with two hands.
Oh, there,
and then
Lauren
get
did
back
it.
up.
I was a little worried too.
I wouldn't be able to get back up. I would do it, but I wouldn't get back up. So that's not. Yeah, they all do that, and it's motivational for them.
That's hype.
And you are a UNC fan, so I don't
Yes.
know how.
Oh,
the Tar Heels.
I just pick on them.
Yeah.
I couldn't stand it when Wojo used to do it because they were really good. They were super good.
That's the real reason why he won't slap the floor.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Maybe subconsciously I didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
Not with Carolina playing tonight. I can't do that.
Can't have all that. What's the word?
The mojo going on.
Mojo. I couldn't
that.
think of the
Yes.
word. It's mojo. Well, because of all the basketball games, keep in mind tonight's UNC versus UCLA game will change some programming on our air. So set your DVRs to record Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. They will be airing overnight starting at 2:38.
Tonight is also a big night for the Lady Hoopers. It's going down in the Greensboro Coliseum. Look at that floor, already set to go. Note the women's NCAA logo has a splash of orange in the middle to set them apart. Tonight, the Tar Heels take on the #1 overall seed from the University of South Carolina. And tomorrow in Bridgeport, Connecticut, the NC State Wolfpack will face off against the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Tip-off is at 11:30 a.m. Good luck, ladies.
Now let's get to our 4 to 5 roundup. New at 4, police say a man who shot a woman in the chest will not face charges. Earlier this week, Gibsonville police were called to Guilford Green Apartments. Officers say the couple had gotten into an argument and the man shot the woman when it turned violent. The Guilford District Attorney's Office says the man acted in self-defense and didn't press charges. The woman was treated for her injuries and is expected to be okay. A 14-year-old boy is dead after he fell 430 feet from a thrill ride in Florida. Authorities say it happened last night on the Orlando free fall ride at Icon Park. The teen was taken to the hospital, but he later died from his injuries. Park officials say the ride and a similar one next to it are now closed indefinitely. Back in 2020, a 21-year-old man fell to his death at the same theme park while conducting a daily safety check on a different ride. The Senate wrapped up 4 days of confirmation hearings for Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson. Democrats have the potential with their slim majority to confirm Judge Jackson, even if all Republicans line up opposed. If confirmed, she would be the first black woman to sit on the highest court in the nation. The full Senate is expected to vote on the confirmation sometime before Easter. And soon, men may have a birth control pill of their own. Researchers are planning to start trials later this year for the first male birth control pill. Scientists from the University of Minnesota say they've developed an oral contraceptive that does not contain hormones and doesn't cause harmful side effects. They presented their findings this week at a meeting of the American Chemical Society. If the FDA gives the okay, clinical trials could begin within 6 months.
Let's talk about a forecast that shows some changes for us coming up in the next 24 hours or so. You'll notice a couple of things that will happen as we head into tomorrow. Winds will start to pick up, and it looks like those winds will be mostly out of the west to northwest. That's a cooler flow for us. So highs will only be in the 50s tomorrow, and it could be a really cold start to your Sunday. If you look at the readings right now across the area, mid 60s to upper 60s for a lot of folks. You have to go into the mountain and foothill communities to see some upper 40s and lower 50s. That's closer to, say, the Boone area and then back up toward Galax Fairfax, Virginia. As far as wind gusts go, we'll see these numbers go on the increase, but it's quite possible, maybe even through the entire weekend, that we could see a 20 to 25 mile per hour wind gust, maybe even higher. Saturday definitely will be a windy day, and when you factor in the cooler temperatures, it will feel even cooler than those high temperatures in the mid to upper 50s. Talking about the pollen, because we have had a problem with this. If you suffer from allergies, and I know a lot of you do, we get emails about this all the time. I feel like I'm suffering right now. Tree pollen is on the high side, and it's forecasted to be that way through the weekend, because even though we have a very slight rain chance, it's just that. It's slight. It's not enough really to clean out the atmosphere and get this pollen count down. So just be advised of that. If you have any respiratory issues, that could be a problem for you over the next few days. Here's what it looks like for your weekend and further. That's 50s, mid to upper 50s for Saturday and Sunday. We'll keep a 20% chance of a sprinkle in maybe today and tomorrow, but again, don't hold your breath on that one. Low 60s Monday, Tuesday, sunny Monday, 20% chance Tuesday, mostly dry though. And then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, temperatures are nice. We're above normal in the low 70s, and we'll see a 40 and a 30% chance for Thursday and Friday of next week.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Mic check, mic check, mic check.
We want to get back to that breaking news happening in Winston-Salem right now. There is a large police presence near a hot dog stand on Thomasville Road. WFMY News 2's Grace Holland is there now. Grace, what are you seeing out there?
Yeah, it really is a heavy presence. I'm going to step out of the way so you can get a look at the scene back here. We're still set to learn some details, but if you look back here at the door of Kermit's Hot Dogs in Winston-Salem, you can see that the front door, the glass on it is just completely shattered. There's some little evidence cones set up around that glass just all over the ground. Obviously, around here, this whole area is blocked off. Right now, we're near the corner with Walltown Street. And cars are being diverted there. This section of the road is Martin Luther King Drive that we're on right now. A lot of officers on site. Forensic Services truck is here. Just a heavy Winston-Salem police presence. And like I say, we're still learning a lot of details about what exactly is happening. I've been told by the Winston-Salem Police Department that they are expected to do a briefing just in the next few minutes here around 4:20. So when that comes, we will bring you those details.
All right, Grace Holland reporting live for us on that. Again, that police presence, a very large police presence right now in Winston-Salem off of Thomasville Road at a hot dog stand. You could see some of that glass shattered there. We're expecting to have a briefing coming up in the next 20 minutes or 5 to 10 minutes or so. And of course, we will bring you updated on air and online.
March is Endometriosis Awareness Month. It's dedicated to shining light on the painful disorder affecting nearly 200 million women worldwide. I spoke with a Greensboro woman about her 12-year struggle to get an endometriosis diagnosis and the medical options out there for women just like her.
Elizabeth Matthews believes in living life to the fullest, but some days can be tough, especially during her menstrual cycle.
When I was a teenager and was experiencing cycles, they've always been heavy and awful and painful, just every time, super irregular.
In 2009, doctors put her on birth control to help relieve the pain. She stayed on the pill throughout most of her college years and eventually switched to an IUD. Elizabeth says the pain during her cycles never went away.
I thought it was my fault that I was in so much pain. I thought I was just being wimpy because that had been my experience thus far.
After a miscarriage and years of visits to different doctors, Elizabeth was diagnosed in 2021 with endometriosis, a disorder in which tissue that normally lines the uterus grows outside of the uterus. Symptoms can include painful periods, excessive bleeding, and pain during intercourse.
It's the first time I think I've ever really been heard by a doctor. She never blamed me for my weight. She never condemned me because I needed to lose a few pounds. She listened to me.
Dr. A.J. Lewis is an OBGYN with Novant Health. He says endometriosis affects about 1 in 10 women, and if left untreated, it can result in infertility.
It can just cause chronic pain, debilitating pain that can make it so women aren't able to participate in their normal activities. They can't go to work on the days that they have significant pain. They may not be able to go and participate in their fun activities, go to their kids' soccer game.
Though there is no cure for the disorder, Dr. Lewis says it can be treated with surgery or medication.
And if they have those symptoms, they should pursue help because there's very effective treatment that we can use to get them back into their life and make it so they can participate in everything that they want to do.
Elizabeth now has relief. She's focused on raising her 2-year-old daughter and growing her family.
I really feel that we as women have to be better advocates for ourselves and really push for answers and say, no, I'm not being dramatic. No, I'm not wimpy. I'm in pain and I need someone to hear me.
Because the symptoms for endometriosis are quite common, Dr. Lewis says the average patient will see about 3 or 4 different providers before they get that endometriosis diagnosis. More details on our website. We'll be right back.
Yeah, 20 minutes makes a difference. In the reporter world, it does, yeah. So I'm like, okay, let's get this going. I'm just going to answer unless they're going to tell us what happened. Yeah.
Got to talk about a forecast that sees some temperatures dropping in the next 24 hours. We're in the 60s today. I mean, look at these readings, and this will be close to our high temperatures today. So a lot of mid 60s, some lower 60s here or there. Comfortable. If you're in the sun, it feels a little bit warmer, but we've got kind of a mixed bag of clouds and clear skies, at least at this hour. We're keeping a 20% chance of a sprinkle in for today and tomorrow, but it shouldn't really amount to much if you see anything at all. I think we're going to be in good shape. Now, temperatures are one thing, but we're also talking about winds across the area. They have been a little blustery today at times. It's not constant. These are just wind gusts. 23 miles per hour, 26 miles per hour. This is similar to what we'll see tomorrow. So mountain communities usually have higher wind gusts, so we'll watch for that. But all across the area, we do see a chance of a 20 to 30 mile per hour wind gust throughout the day Saturday and probably on Sunday as well. It may not be quite as pronounced on Sunday. We mentioned this earlier, but it bears repeating. The tree pollen is high. You know that because you've seen that coating on your cars. Not going anywhere anytime soon. Grass pollen is low. Weeds are almost non-existent with pollen, but that tree situation will stick around at least through Sunday. Right now, as we look at the pollen index, it looks like for at least that 3-day period, today, Saturday, and Sunday, we'll see high pollen. We need a decent rain, right, to clear things out for us. Overnight lows tonight at 40 degrees. Now look for partly cloudy skies tonight. It'll be cooler for the weekend. We're going 57 on your Saturday. Look at the winds. That's what we're talking about. Gusting up to 25, 35 miles per hour. It'll be a windy weekend overall. As far as sky conditions are concerned, you have to go out to the wide shot here. That front is just on the corner of the screen. That's out of here. And we're left with a high pressure to our southwest, a low pressure to the north, and we're kind of caught in the middle of these two systems. Why do we care about that? Because winds clockwise around this high and then counterclockwise around that low. That means both of those systems will funnel all of that air across our region. Look for highs this weekend in the 50s. Next week we'll start a warming trend, some low 60s for Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're back to the lower 70s by then.
Let's get some positive vibes going. Coach Lamont has a lesson on what we can learn from an owl.
A wise owl sat on an oak. The more he saw, the less he spoke. The less he spoke, the more he heard. Why aren't we like the wise old bird? Like this owl, there's a time to speak, there's a time to watch, and there's also a time to simply listen. All relationships need balance. It is wise to take a break from the busyness of life to simply observe the beauty that others bring to your life. Take the time to quiet your mind in order to hear the hearts of others. We can all learn from the owl to find a resting place and claim a reset for our lives. So like the owl, see more of people that you love. Speak less, and you will hear their hearts more. May this increase the love we offer to others. This is Coach Lamont reminding you to have your best you day. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right now, we are staying on top of breaking news out of Winston-Salem. Winston-Salem police are giving an update right now after a firefighter was shot. Right now, we're waiting for a news conference to start to learn some more details about that. We know that this happened out in Winston-Salem near a hot dog stand. And as you can see, it's a very active scene out there. Lots of flashing lights, lots of police cars, and lots of that yellow tape. Right now, information is limited, but we do know that that a firefighter was shot out in Winston-Salem near that hot dog stand. Again, they're getting ready for a press conference, and we are working to get that more information, and we will have those details on air and online. We're going to check back in a little later. We'll be back after this break.
Are we ready?
Actually, we're going to dip in and listen to that news conference now. Let's take a listen.
Just a little bit about what happened, what's going on right now.
Absolutely. Thank you all for being here today. And first of all, I want to say thank you to all the first responders and citizens who came out here today and the employees of Kermit's who were here when this incident happened. Right now, the Criminal Investigations Division has responded to the scene to assume this investigation, which involved a shooting, and we have 2 victims. I can confirm that one victim is an on-duty Winston-Salem fireman who is in stable condition, as well as a civilian who is in critical condition at the hospital. If anyone has any information regarding this incident, we ask that they please contact the police department. We have a Crime Stoppers number, which is 336-727-8000, as well as a text-a-tip number, which citizens can text in information, which is 336-276-1717. And again, it's a very early on in our investigation, so we have limited information, but I can confirm again, it was one on-duty Winston-Salem fireman and one civilian who were injured during this incident. The fireman, again, is in stable condition, and the civilian involved is in critical condition at the hospital at this time.
What time did this happen?
This happened at 2:26 p.m. this afternoon. Anything else?
Did it happen at Kermit?
Yes, it happened in the parking lot of Kermit's. I can't give any more information other than it happened in the parking lot of Kermit's at this time. I'm sorry. Again, I can't even confirm that right now. I'm sorry.
Are there suspects at large or in custody? Or?
There's no suspects in custody at the time, and the investigation is very active, so there's going to be a lot of information, and we will be quick to update you as soon as we get that information or are able to release any additional details. So we just ask that you guys stay tuned for updates, and we'll provide that as we get them.
Real quick, can you just talk a little bit about folks calling in? How important is it for the citizens, if they saw something, to reach out to you guys?
Again, it's actually very, very important to ask the citizens to call in. We rely on the people that were here that may have seen some information, because obviously this is a chaotic scene and concerns everyone involved. It's a public area and people just enjoying their lunch. So if anyone has any information, please contact the police department. You can contact the non-emergency number as well, which is 336-773-7700, as well as our Crime Stoppers number, which I mentioned, and our text-to-tip number to provide information that way.
I'm sorry, I missed your name.
Lieutenant Amy Galden with the Criminal Investigations Division. You're welcome.
Yeah, and what's the next update going to be coming for you guys?
I don't have a time frame yet.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Appreciate your time.
Thank you so much.
This has been a stressful day.
Thank you, Lieutenant.
Sorry, I couldn't give you.
All right, that was an update from the Winston-Salem Police Department about a shooting investigation in Winston-Salem. What we know right now is that an officer was shot, a firefighter was shot, and a citizen was shot at the Kermit's hot dog shop out in Winston-Salem. Right now, that first responder is in stable condition. The citizen is in critical condition. We are working to get more details right now, but officials want the community to reach out if they've seen anything to call police. We'll be back after this break.
It's Friday, and after a long week, you might be in need of a little bit of a pick-me-up.
I know I'm in need of one, but a group of Indiana 5th graders launched a positivity hotline to give people a reason to smile.
Yeah, it's called When Life Gives You Lemons, Call a 5th grader. Take a listen.
I love that.
Thank you for calling Milford Schools When Life Gives You Lemons, Call a 5th grader phone line. You are awesome. So all your bad feelings go like Elsa. You look nice today. Be you. You're the best.
You're the best.
So cute.
The teacher says she came up with the hotline idea to teach her students to be positive and think about others. The kids say they enjoy creating the messages and they're recording them also in Spanish as well. Everybody.
I absolutely love that. We all can use a kind message every now and then. So I asked you on my Facebook page, what are your words of affirmation? Lisa Lanangro says, I will earn every sacrifice my parents made for me. They believe, so I believe. Charles Allen says, even when I lose, I win. With God and humble appreciation, you can't lose. Bobby Odom wrote, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. A lot of people wrote that one. Katina Galloway says, I have everything I need to accomplish any task before me. And Tracy McCain, our own Tracy McCain, wrote, I can and I will.
That's a strong one.
That
I
is
like
a strong
that one. You know,
Excuse
my mom and dad, the one they said is short and sweet. They were just like, can't, never could. She hated it when one of us say, I can't find my shoes, I can't do this, I can't do this. She said, can't, never could.
It's funny you said that because when I was in gymnastics growing up, they had a I can't jar. And so anytime you said I can't, you would have to go and put $1 in the I can't jar.
Oh, wow.
But then at the end, I forget like how they kept up the system, but somebody won all that money for being positive and stuff.
That's a really good idea.
Yeah.
For different classrooms or even at home to do that.
It's like the swear jar. Some people have that too.
I like all the ones that have to do with value and self-worth, like I am valuable, I am worth it, you can do it. You know, sometimes we have to remind ourselves that every once in a while.
Yeah, or as the wonderful Taylor Swift says, shake it off.
That's right, that's exactly
yeah, that's
right.
Sometimes you just got to shake stuff off.
Shake it off.
Not let it, you know,
get to you.
Get to you like
or as that one kid said, be like Elsa and let it go.
Yeah. See, we can
so
learn
true.
so much from songs and
Disney movies. Always a
Absolutely.
good message there. All right, let's take a short break. We're coming right back. Talk to us on Facebook.
Look at their play. No, because they just don't go early.
No, no. Are they even allowed to go early?
Yeah.
Oh, they can. I didn't know that.
Hi everybody, and welcome to your 4 to 5, and a special hello to everyone watching not only at WFMY News 2, but on Fire Stick, Roku, and our app.
This is a live look from Philadelphia where the March Madness fun continues. Right now, fans are gathering ahead of the big game with UNC against UCLA.
You can see them gathering now. They're chilling, they're hanging out, eating some grub. They also have some of their blue on. You know they're ready for this game tonight. So stick with us throughout the night because that game is happening right here on WFMY News 2 at 9:39 p.m.
We have crews for you from coast to coast covering all things North Carolina basketball. Our Kevin Kennedy is following UNC in Philly, while Amanda Ferguson is back with the Cameron Crazies in Cali.
We'll check back in with them starting at 5, but in the meantime, let's talk about a little tried history hanging up in San Francisco's Chase Center.
Yeah, it looks like Attles is one of the greatest players in the history of North Carolina A&T basketball. He led the Aggies to back-to-back CIAA titles in 1958 and 59. In 2015, the school retired his number 22 jersey, and it's still the only jersey that has been honored by the Aggies program to date.
Attles was drafted in the 5th round back in 1960 by the Philadelphia Warriors, who would relocate to San Francisco. He played 11 seasons for the Warriors and transitioned to management after his playing days were done. Attles would become head coach and lead the team to the 1975 championship. His number 16 is one of 6 jerseys retired by the team and hangs in the rafters of the Chase Center along with the likes of Wilt Chamberlain and Chris Mullin.
Some pretty good company he's got going on there. That's really cool.
I mean, can you imagine what that feels like to have your jersey hang in the stadium or the arena that you played in, to be, you know, of that high esteem, and for people to see for generations?
And to be the only one at A&T is pretty big deal. I mean, I'm sure they'll add to that later, but that's a big honor.
It's a huge respect factor.
It is.
You know, just, you know, you were so great, you contributed so much that we're just going to set this aside. Only you can have this. It's kind of like something for yourself.
I can tell you, but you know, as a Heels fan and growing up that way, when you go in the Dean E. Smith Center and you look up at the top of the Dean Dome and you see all those jerseys and all those names, and you just think of the contributions that they made to that program, that's the highest honor a team can give a player.
Very amazing. Well, with all this basketball, keep in mind that tonight's UNC versus UCLA game will change some programming on our air. The game starts at 9:39, so set your DVRs to record Wheel of Fortune and Jeopardy. They will be airing overnight starting at 2:38.
All right, let's get to your 4 to 5 roundup. Developing now, Reynolds American is cutting 350 jobs over the next 3 years. Facilities in Winston-Salem and Oxford near Raleigh are moving to Tobaccoville. More than half of affected employees can choose to relocate. Reynolds expects to move forward with their plans by 2025. Country superstar Garth Brooks is taking North Carolina by storm. Today, he announced a second show to his tour to stop in Charlotte this summer. He's now performing at the Bank of America Stadium on Friday, July 15th. Tickets are on sale. You can find them on Ticketmaster on their website or the app. You can also score tickets to see the highly anticipated Broadway show Hamilton here in Greensboro. There is a lottery open right now, allowing people to enter for a chance to buy 2 tickets for the show at the Tanger Center. You can use the Hamilton app to enter. The lottery runs until March 31st. You'll find out on Thursday if you won.
All I have to say is I want to go see Garth again. Seen him twice, want to go again. All right, let's see what's happening across the area. Look at these temperatures, 65 degrees, you know, mid-60s for central parts of North Carolina. We are seeing the clouds starting to roll in. I'm looking around right now, and they're starting to pile in. Could we see some rain? The answer is yes. Will most of you see it? The answer is no. It's only at 20%, and we'll keep that in today, I think, for tomorrow as well. Both of those could be late day sprinkle, but honestly, it's really not a great chance out there. Temperatures pretty decent for now, but hour by hour into the night, we'll see us drop down to probably, by the time most of us are facing the day tomorrow, it may be in the low 40s for overnight lows. So cool, but not cold, right? Your weekend, if we look at the main points here, it's breezy both days, Saturday and Sunday. Those wind gusts could go upwards of 20, 25 miles per hour, maybe higher. There is still that 20% on Saturday. Again, don't hold your breath on that. Sunday, more sunshine and even cooler as we see those high temperatures temperatures at 55. We're in good shape as far as cloud cover is concerned right now. I mean, yes, we do see some clouds, but there is no major system moving through, thank goodness. So 50s this weekend, Monday 57. Now we have a slight rain chance Tuesday. Again, that's not a big one, but we start to warm up. 60 by then. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, low 70s. That is nice. We have that 20% on Wednesday. Thursday, we bump that up to a 60% chance and a 30% Friday. We need that because pollen rates right now are very high.
We're rounding out the first full week of spring, and like Chilton just mentioned, that tree pollen count is high today. It's making a tough time for allergy sufferers, and just looking at this honestly makes me want to sneeze, right? Well, many of you are sharing your thoughts on the News 2 Facebook page. Rebecca says, I take allergy medicine every day, so right now my allergies are under control. Sharia is lucky she's had no issues yet with allergies, but Dana writes, Greensboro's pollen is partly why I moved. My allergies are so bad when I'm there. Allergies are actually the 6th leading chronic illness in the U.S., affecting 50 million Americans. That's according to Catherine Simerson, a nurse practitioner with Navant Health. She says North Carolinians are no strangers to the sneezing, itching, and coughing.
It's rough here. We have so many different varieties of trees and flowers and so many different things that can cause allergies.
Simerson says if you haven't already, start taking your allergy meds, whether it be an over-the-counter antihistamine or no spray. Spring clean. Wash your curtains and sheets, change your air filters, and vacuum. When you come inside your home, leave your shoes at the door so you're not tracking in the pollen. And also consider taking a bath before bed to rinse off any allergens. Also, if you do any outdoor activities, try to avoid late mornings and early evenings. She says that's when the pollen counts are at their highest.
If your symptoms are really causing you trouble with your day-to-day life, that you're sniffling at work, people are constantly thinking, what, do you have COVID? And you've tried the over-the-counters. Sometimes it requires more of a prescribed medicine versus do you need a referral to an allergist and allergy shots to desensitize you.
Of course, you need to consult with your doctor before trying anything new. I am on a strict regimen. Every morning and every night I take an antihistamine, usually Zyrtec, and then I do Flonase. Now every few months I have to switch out the antihistamine because my body gets used to it. And this is every day of my life.
I don't have bad allergies, and when I was younger I didn't have any allergies, but as I've gotten older I feel like I've started to develop them. Like I get the itchy eye, sometimes that itchy throat. You heard me in the last block kind of struggling to get my words out because of the coughing, but I've seen over time it actually happen, and I don't know if it's location.
It's here.
Oh.
I think my allergies have never been this bad since I've lived here.
This is statistically speaking one of the worst places for allergies in the spring and fall, especially spring. I mean, it coats your throat. Like even when you and I were talking about that, I heard you talk a little bit. I'm out at the weather wall and I'm like, had to stop and swallow for a second because you get choked. That's just kind of the way it is.
Yeah.
We'll get some help next week when that rain comes in. It'll wash everything out, hopefully.
Yeah.
It's going to take a while though. All right, we're going to take a break. We're coming right back.
Hey, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie, they forever go together, and we decided it was going to be on 2. I'm going to hold up my bracket and then I'm going to move back, right? Yup, that's fine. That's my bracket. Busted. Sucks. Busted. Okay.
Do you have us any specific reads, TR?
Nope, it's just all yap. Look at this. Look at all these red X's. I'm going to even bring it closer. Look at all these red X's. My bracket is busted. Ooh. And that's not even accurate.
Busted.
Right? It's bigger than busted. It's just busted out. Because, right, misery loves company, all the peoples. All right? Let me ask you, do you feel my busted bracket pain? Mm-hmm.
This is the first year, and I can't tell you how long I didn't do a bracket, but I did look. I know. I did look at it, and there was no way that I would have had many teams in the Sweet 16.
Mm-hmm. Mine's horrible. I mean, so bad.
All
I
the good
had
marks.
Baylor. I had they lost. I had Gonzaga winning. They
They're
lost.
out.
The list goes on and on.
I only made a Final Four, and it's
done.
good.
Done.
And now, okay. So we're in the Sweet 16. Having Duke and Carolina is kind of sweet in it, is it not?
Nice too. We have 3 ACC teams still in it, so that's good. Miami's still in it, right?
Oh, that's right. University of Miami, the U.
Yeah.
I think it's so exciting. You know, when I moved here, I always like put Carolina and basketball. Like they go together.
Absolutely.
Like, you know.
It is tradition. It is life. This is how we breathe.
It really is. So now we're actually like, I'm seeing it live to its fullest.
That's right. Okay, so if you need a little added sweetener because your bracket is busted and you're sad, I have something for you. Check this out. Krispy Kreme is giving you a free original glazed donut when you show you're busted, or maybe you have a booming bracket. Who knows? It can be on paper. It can be on your phone. They're not really picky about it at all. Nope. You just show it, and the deal is good all weekend, which means you can do it once a day and get a free donut 3 times. So today, tomorrow, Sunday.
I'm in. I got to go make a bracket.
Let me borrow yours, Tanya. They won't know we're the same. It's the same one.
You can just even take a picture of it again. I mean, it can really just be on your phone, and you can do that. I mean, easy peasy, really easy. Okay, speaking of sweets, here's something else I found I thought you might be interested in. What is your favorite Easter candy?
Oh, favorite.
Favorite.
I like those eggs, those chocolate eggs that have the cream in them.
Cadbury.
Yeah.
Yes, I love those.
I like just like the Hershey eggs, like just the solid
Those are
eggs
good
with the
too.
candy
I'll go with
coating on
Lauren
them.
on that. The Cadbury
Okay, and I am all Reese's all the time.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know how you get it better than a Reese's egg. In fact, they should only have Reese's eggs,
Seriously?
right? But I have friends who love the Peeps.
I love them.
You love the Peeps.
stand
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So if you have a Peep lover in your life, you may want to consider this right here. You can personalize the Peeps. That's right. First, you pick out the color of the Peep, the yellow, the pink, or the blue. You're going to pick a chick. And then you're going to pick a chocolatey dip. You can have dark, milk, or white. And then you can pick the sweet dipping that you put that in. And so we're going to scroll down a little bit. We're going to be able to see them. So it's everything from like sprinkles to
cute.
coconut
So
to pretzels to cookie crumbles. Then they put it in this fun little box for you. A dozen of them is $29.99.
Now, I
like it.
I'm worth a dozen Peeps, right?
Yeah.
For $29.99?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, girl. If
Okay.
you like them, yeah.
I mean, that might make me like them more with all that extra
If
stuff.
you had all the extra stuff
Yeah.
on the marshmallow. Okay, so here's where I go with it, because I'm a DIY person. I could do this at home for a whole lot less. I can take that Peep and I can dip it in some chocolate and I can put some sprinkles on it, and it's going to be a whole lot less than $29.99.
Or you
It'll
could
be
just go
the
get
cost of the
marshmallows, because isn't that what that is?
It's basically marshmallow.
Isn't that what that is?
Yeah, but they're not in the shape of a duck or a bunny, right? And that's the whole thing of a Peep, is it
It's
not?
true. It's just the shape.
True.
Okay.
Well, whatever Peeps y'all don't want, you can leave them on my desk because I
Will
love them.
do.
All
I'll
right.
give them
do
all
that.
to you.
And so have you ever seen, and maybe you should try this at home, you get the chick Peeps and you stick toothpicks in them and you face them in each other, and then you put them on a plate in the microwave and they blow up and they joust each other.
You're kidding.
No, you should try this at home.
Oh, Tyler would
I know
love
most of the
that.
time you don't want to try things at home, but this is you should try it at home.
Tyler would love that. To
The
watch
jousting-
fighting
Yeah, that
Peeps.
sounds like a little boy.
It does. It does.
You are welcome, parents.
Thank you for the fighting Peeps.
We're going to be right back.
Temperatures cooling off as we head into the weekend. In fact, we'll probably see highs only in the mid to maybe upper 50s at best, and it will be a cold start to your Sunday too. Let's talk about the short term though first. As we see those temperatures dipping down, we'll see a few clouds in the short term in the next maybe 2 or 3 hours, and there's a chance of a sprinkle. No big deal, right? No accumulation. We actually could use it, right, to get rid of that pollen. But down into the 50s we go, and looks like by the time we get into the overnight period, we'll see those 40s, and there's a possibility overnight low could be in the lower 40s tonight. Cloud cover across the area. It's kind of a mixed bag of clouds and clear skies. Again, that chance of a sprinkle. A lot of this right now is really more to the south and east of us, but we'll keep it in the forecast as a just in case. Now, windy this weekend because counterclockwise winds around that low, clockwise around this high. All that funnels in from the west or to northwest across our region as we head through Saturday and Sunday. Wind gust, we think 25, 30, maybe a little higher, but it will be a breezy, windy, gusty kind of Saturday and Sunday. As far as rain chances go, it's that 20% we're holding for today. We'll keep that in Saturday. Again, not a big deal. Sunday, sunny, breezy 55. Monday, upper 50s. We build to 60 for Tuesday with a 20% chance Tuesday and Wednesday, but temperatures spike. It's nice. Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, low 70s for highs. We'll see the best rain chance next Thursday at a 60% and a 30% on Friday.
Rearrange them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
It made me so.
Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Hi, Illinois, Indiana, Iowa, Kansas.
Hey, Callie. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Check, check, check.
Hi, ice cold milk and an Oreo cookie. They forever go together.
Hi, mic check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Hello, mic check. We're in San Francisco, California, covering Duke, but they're not playing today.
Hey guys, we're at Citizens Bank Ballpark, outside the Citizens Bank Ballpark for the Sweet 16 in North Carolina.
The Lady Tar Heels tip off tonight here at the Greensboro Coliseum in about...
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are here. Martin Luther King Drive has opened back.
I am now 1 year closer to a milestone birthday. I turned 39 last week. Yes, I know, 1 year away from 40. Please don't remind me, everyone else has. It's important you know I don't like getting older at all. I constantly joke around with friends that I'm Peter Pan and I'm never getting older. Leading up to every birthday, I get kind of sad because I don't want to add another year to my age. This one was especially difficult, knowing it was the last one before the big 4-0. I think it would be easier to take if I were married with a family, but I'm still out here enjoying the single life, which I have no problem with, by the way. Anyway, back to being almost 40. Leading up to my birthday this year, I decided I wasn't going to feel all sad about it like I expected I would. I decided I was going to embrace it. Hey, I've got a great job, a wonderful family, and more friends than I could ever ask for. So why dread getting 1 year older? It really is just one day. Who cares? That's the motto I'm going to try to live by during this next trip around the sun. We'll see if I'm still so optimistic a year from now. That's just my 2 cents. And your 4 to 5. WFMY News 2 at 5 starts right now.
We're staying on top of breaking news out of Winston-Salem, where 2 people, including an on-duty firefighter, was shot.
Now, this all happened this afternoon at Kermit's Hot Dogs in Waughtown.
WFMY News 2's Grace Holland is joining us now live tonight with the latest. Grace?
Yeah, a few more updates that we've gotten since I spoke to you all the last hour.